The man who needs to complete his costume, can they please put the helmet on Iida? I just want him to have the Ingenium helmet. It's such a savage helmet. Why is he not in this game? Anyway, with that out the way, dude's actually good in PvP. I cannot believe it. Like, I haven't tried him in ranked. I might try and rank with him. We'll wait and see how we go. But I played him in unranked because I just pulled him today, and I was pleasantly surprised. We played 9 matches against all players and only lost 1 where a guy's Uraraka soloed my whole team. But like Iida, like I was trying not to swap out of him for most of it, and he did most of the legwork. He actually got buffed by the fact that the change is 40 seconds. It really helps him. He's got low cooldown, so he doesn't mind staying in. I don't know whether his basic attack has high like penetration. Like it's the meta has turned to a basic attack spam once everyone uses their abilities, and he just has a really strong basic attack is pretty much it. It's got good range, and like it normally out basics someone else. So we're going to go through his skills, and then I'll show you some matches that I recorded and talk over them, because I realized that I really, really suck at talking over for the demonstration purposes. When we do ranked pushes and stuff like that, I'll play it live, but I just figured for these testing ones, it's easier if I just commentate over, so then I can talk about what's going on better than what I normally do. So let's get into it. Okay, so Iida's ability. They're really confusing. I think I've got my head around it. I'm not going to go through this page and just read it, because you won't understand anything. It took me a while to get this, but basically he has 2 bars down here. He has the engine power, which is this little needle, like this little straight line that gets filled up red, and then he has engine boost. So he's engine power down the bottom, boost around the top, which is the needle that goes around. Now, if you get a full engine power bar, that will equal 25% when you get converted to engine boost. Your engine boost is maxed at 200%. Now, normally in PvP, you're not going to worry about this that much. You're not going to play around for this. It's just a handy thing to know, purely because if he stops attacking for a little bit, he loses his boost. If he gets hit, I'm pretty sure he loses his boost. So like, it's really hard to keep a boost going on him. But I just wanted to explain that. So we can have a look. So to generate the engine power, which is the red, we got to be using some basic attacks. We got to be landing some basic attacks like that. You can see it's going up. Or we can use the W ability. That's going to generate some, as you can see, when we punch them, we get it. Now, when that is at full, if we use Q, it's going to give us, boom, it's going to give us 25% on the engine. And as you can see, it took me like a couple seconds to re-engage on him, and we lost that engine power. So if I go Q now, it's going to give me 18% because I wasn't at a full bar. But then if I go Q again, it's going to give me 22. But then when and this is all, whatever the percentage says is how much it's increasing his attack speed by as well. Now, the cool thing you can do is, if we say press his special ability, what's going to happen is that bar won't change. So you want to do that when it's as full as you can. So you can just spam Qs, and if you had it at full, every Q is going to increase it by 25%. So you ideally want to use it at full, but like I said, PvP is not a perfect world. Once you get above, I think it's 50%, he starts doing extra kicks in his basic attack combo, and it's absolutely savage. But like I said, Q is going to convert that engine power into engine boost. Man, it's confusing, but that's what it does. Now the E is going to remove all your engine boost, and if you hit them, it's going to give you an attack buff. As you can see up the top, I've got a 29.5% attack buff. So to me, the attack speed in PvP is way better, but like I said, in PvP, you've got immunity frames, you've got dodge, you've got them hitting you. Don't like try and max this out. Just play like, but I just wanted to explain that as best I could. But in PvP, his Q ability is an interesting one. So his Q ability is directional to you, where like it's whichever way he's facing, if you press it, that's where the Q is going to take him. In this training, it doesn't. Now the W and E are a little bit different. In PvP, even if you're facing away, when normally the Q would take you away, if you're not holding a direction, so you're not actually pressing anything here, it doesn't matter where he's facing, they will auto-target the enemy. Now, they auto-target from the starting press of it, so if the enemy moves, they move. So like the W and the E, but they're both abilities that take him all the way across the map. Now, the other cool thing about them is, at least the E does it definitely. I think the W does as well. I'm not 100% sure. But the E, if something like a Tokoyami is doing his little swirly ball thing, his Q ability, you can stand away, other side of the field, charge up your E ability and try and time it for when Tokoyami finishes. But if you do it too early, and like I said, in PvP, he'll go across the whole map with that. But if you mistime it and you get it too early and you're like, oh, but if I do that, I'm going to get caught by the Tokoyami thing. He runs through stuff with this ability. So like he'll run through the gravity field by Uraraka. He'll run through the Tokoyami ball and stuff like that. So it's a really interesting skill in those aspects. Now, the other thing I want to mention about the Q ability as well is it's a dodge at the start. So if you watch it, he gets like a little immunity frame and then he goes. So like the dodge at the start of it is effectively like a little immunity frame. So when he goes into PvP, the cool thing is like it's very hard to land the Q as well unless they're already in a combo. But what it'll do is it'll often like take you behind them. And then your basic has a really good range on it. So if we look at his basic attack here, from about, I think about here, we should be able to hit. Yeah, you can see like it's got a decent range on it. And it like out basic attacks like a Deku, unless Deku's on it in his swirly bit. Like if Iida's over here and Deku's over there and they both use a basic, he's going to like outperform a Deku. And I was also performing Momos with this basic. So I'm not sure 100% because I only fought one Momo, but I'll show you guys that in a minute. But yes, so the basic strat with Iida is don't really worry too much about his bars. If you get them, it's nice. If you get them in a combo, it's kind of handy to be popping his special and then just like doing a couple little combos and then making your combos uses of the Q, and then you can increase that attack speed. But like I said, they get immunity frames and then you're going to drop that percentage pretty quickly. But I think you might be able to keep it going. Like it seems like enough time, but once again, don't plan on it. But basically my strategy is try and time the W and E for perfect times when you can try and get them. Worst case, it takes you to the other side of the field and you get away for a second, and then you can try and engage with the Q. If not, you go dodge basic, Q basic, and then dodge basic. It's like, it's literally that, and he's just got such good mobility. But anyway, hopefully that made some sense. Let's jump over and take a look at some matches. Just quickly before we get into the clips, so you can see there, we've got our 88% win rate from 9 battles, which means we lost 1. Now, once again, this is unranked. This is not the best players, but this is just to demonstrate it. But I definitely think in the current meta, until Aizawa comes, he's actually quite powerful, and like I'd happily even try and rank with him, maybe in place of my Deku, because I just feel like Deku's gotten so much weaker. Obviously, if he lands his combos, he's still a beast, but he has that weird downtime now because you can't change, which is just incredibly bad for Deku. But yeah, that's where he's at. Once Aizawa comes, he gets demolished like a lot of units do. But hey, let's have a look what we can do. Okay, so this one here, up against a Deku. Now, this guy was actually a pretty good player. He ended up soloing my whole team with his Uraraka. This was the one match that I did lose, but we actually did all right against his Deku. So I wanted to show you my strategy here. The strategy, like with most characters, is against Deku, unless you're like a Tokoyami or something, you spam Q, just dodge into basic, and it allows you to get an engage on a Deku if they try and use their Q straight up. So what you'll see here is me basically spamming my dodge ability straight away, going into a basic attack, and he manages to knock Deku out. And you can see I'm literally just dodging and queuing around the place, just trying to get an engage on him. And you can see how the Q puts me into a weird position for him where he's facing the wrong way, so it gives me a free engage. So he does engage on me there, and as you can see, he has a really good basic attack, and that was bad by me. I was hoping to re-engage, but if you just keep dodging, queuing, and basic attacking, he's really hard to engage on. We dodged straight through that finger smash, so he couldn't really do much with it. And then I'm trying to do these abilities to try and engage with it, and that shows how good we did against the Deku. The Deku's sitting there at 1%. Now, on the rest of this, his Uraraka, he was a good Uraraka player. He destroyed me, and that's the end of that battle. Like, not even worth watching the rest of it. I swap out to Kirishima here because I'm like, oh, I want to get some more Iida action. And then he beat my whole team with his Uraraka. So, back in a sec with the next one. Okay, here we go. This is another Deku player. It was an actual player. You'll see in a sec. I just used the exact same strategy. I spam that dodge into a basic. Gets us the engage on the Deku, and then away we go. As soon as he gets away, I dodge. It changes that angle so that we can get the engage. You can see he gets the engage there. The cool thing is that I found with Deku, when he does get his first hit on us, we get our perfect dodge straight away. Now, this is me not knowing how to play and just trying to spam shit. But basically, like, once you engage, it's not too bad. He's hard to re-engage with. I was trying sometimes when they got their immunity frames to just charge the W ability. You can see he does engage on me here. As you can see, he's not the greatest. No offense if you're watching, whoever it is, but like didn't quite know the combo. Did a quick finger smash instead of the charge and stuff like that. So I got away with that one. But yeah, just he engages here again. I think we get away and then we dodge and then we just go into, yeah, we dodge and then into basics. I think, yeah. And you can see those immunity frames into the basic attack with some good reach and penetration. Makes it pretty decent. So here we go there. We engage straight away. We do this. So you see, Kaminari is a great one for it. The W and E ability, because he stands still for a couple, like it was so easy to engage, but some like good Kaminaris will be running around while they do it, so it's not as easy. But if he does go ahead and try and use his final blast from the basic attack combo, then you can actually run through it with those abilities as well. So yeah, as you can see, he's trying to charge up his final one, and we go ahead and try and charge with that. Just keep dodging and hitting, basically. We get stunned by his thing, but just dodge, hit, and so you get a combo, and that's pretty much the way that was working. Like I said, probably not the best player in the game, still using the basic hero, so probably just learning, so don't take too much from this one. But now we'll jump on to the next fight, because I think I swap into Kirishima, or he just stops playing. Okay, so this is the Deku Momo guy. Now, his Deku does a better start on me, so just have a look. We're going to do the same thing where we try and dodge, and then into basic. What I should have done instead of doing... Like honestly, I did not too bad. He got into that spam thing, so he managed to go. We do engage on him here, into the Q ability, dodge again, just dodging around the place, you know. He does engage on us. I'm like, oh, we're done here. He swaps to Momo at some stage, I think, in this combo. I think it's in this combo. No, maybe I was wrong. I thought he swapped to Momo at some stage. But there we go. We do a dodge. Then we actually engage on him. So then we're doing that Q thing. You can see we're at 1% boost, which is fantastic. And he gets that little... And I think towards the end of the charge of Iida's abilities, he gets like a little immunity frame, but I'm not too sure exactly how it works. He re-engages. This might be where he swaps to Momo. Yeah, he swaps to the Momo, misses, which is lucky for me. Allows me to engage on the Momo. You can see we are really low. Do a good little combo. Now we run away with that ability. As you can see, it takes you across the screen. Try and engage with that one. Now we're going to go ahead, and as you can see, the Momo was doing her basic, but it wasn't the lunge part of her basic, and we managed to out-basic her. Now we do this one. For some reason, we actually got into doing the attacks there with no idea why, and we actually get in with the basic combo there again on the Momo. Now, I think we just got her at good timing now that I watch it over. She wasn't in mid-lunge of her basic ability. And then that was me trying to re-engage with the W, and then she used the rockets, which was just a bad call. So, like I said, I'm not sure how, that was the only Momo fight we did get. Then obviously the Deku does finish it off, but we did not too bad in that one. Like I said, we had some good timings against that Momo. I'd like to test it more to see how it works. I definitely think Momo is the better character and would normally win, but we just had some good timings in that one. Anyway, I think we'll go look at a Tokoyami one now. Okay, this is the Tokoyami guy, and you'll see some interesting things along the way here. Now, I just try and go with the charge ability, just to try and hit him, and you'll see this one. See, he's doing his thing, but we ran straight through it with that E ability. Now, he does engage on us. Now, Tokoyami does have the reach, but I feel like we do have the speed and the effect with those other abilities that we could probably engage on him. It's all about running away here. There we go, do that, and then we get some nice dodge frames, and as you can see, because, similar to Momo, because his basic attack lunges him as well, it changes angles, which is good against something like a Tokoyami because it means his basic attack is going where we were instead of where we are. So you can sometimes get around it with that. I come out here trying to engage with one of these abilities, and I'm just I'm just shooting around the field, having fun. But as you can see, those W and E abilities are targeting him, whereas the Q is going wherever I'm facing. So I decide just to wait here. Just to wait. I think I got W, yeah, miss, E, miss. I'm just trying to engage on the guy. So there we go. As you can see, the Tokoyami with these slow basic attacks, attacking where we were, gives us that opening in it. Now, once again, I'm not saying this is the best Tokoyami, but it's just the games that I play, so that's all I've got to go with, okay? But as you can see, he does some nice combos. Now we got to run away because he's going to go into his Q. And then here we're going to go and try and do the W, which luckily we managed to connect and go ahead and hit him. Now, like every melee-based character, you're going to have a bad matchup against Kirishima. So, like, Kirishima's just hit and miss whether he counters or not, and it's the Kirishima mind games. But that is pretty much all that I wanted to show you guys. Iida, actually pretty decent. Like I said, I'm actually considering using him in ranked. I'm going to do a whole video on characters that got buffed and nerfed at global, whether they're specific buffs and nerfs, or whether it's just due to the longer cooldown on changing, which definitely has changed the meta. But Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed some Iida action. I just, if he had the Ingenium helmet, I'd be playing him. I don't even care. But that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.